Hey guys, it's Leigh here, back at 42 Gear Street, and I've got Jamie Humphries next to me.
Hello, Leigh.
How are you doing?
I'm doing very well, sir.
It's been about 2 days since we were last
Filming together.
in front of the camera.
Yeah, it's been a manic time.
Yeah, it's been crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
But we've got something a bit fun and a bit special today. We've got the brand new Walrus Audio Julianna chorus pedal. So yeah, this is a stereo chorus pedal. It's not out yet. So at the time of filming, we're still in the tail end of August, but this will be out in the second week of September, I believe, or the end of the first week. But obviously, by the time this video goes out, the pedal will be out. So
there it is.
By now, it's out. So please check the links in the description to find out more. So what did it say about the Julianna?
Okay, so control-wise, kind of the sort of basic layout of a chorus pedal that you might expect, but it's got a few interesting things under the hood. Up the top here, we have our rate control. Obviously, that's going to be controlling from a very subtle rate to sort of very fast, sort of underwater, wobbly, seasick rates. And then we have the depth control, and then we have this lag control again, just increasing the intensity of the chorusing effect. This is a really interesting switch here. At the moment, we're running into the Tone King combo in the back, and we're also, I believe, running into. Oh yeah, we are. We're into the Steve Stevens Friedman, and then we're using the two notes captors. I think the captor. No, are we going into the two notes? Into the studio. It's a two notes unit.
Yeah,
anyway.
one of the two notes.
Yeah, one of the two notes units we're using. So we're coming out there in stereo. So what we can do on this control here is that we can blend from dry in one side and wet in the other. Now, I had a really old chorus pedal, Boss chorus pedal from like the early 80s. And I used to love that. The reason for that pedal, and I don't see many chorus pedals that do that. So you split it between 2 amps, one side completely dry, one side wet, and you get this really wide, really exaggerated sounding chorus.
It's a really cool way to do it. Chorus is great for thickening up sound. And a lot of guitar players use it. If you don't use it in the conventional ways of modulation effect, you can use it to just really fatten up and widen the guitar sound. I believe Brian May does that. He has a little chorus unit running just to
splitting it,
tone out a little bit
completely wet on both sides and then the dry in the middle. So you can kind of do a pseudo version of that, I guess, with the dry on one side and the wet on the other. But the other thing is that we can also turn up this control here to center. You can obviously, as it's a rotary control, we can set different degrees of that effect until we get it in the center. And then if we go over here, we start getting into a wobbly territory with more of a vibrato effect. Got this button here, which sets different subdivisions, quarter note, triplet, and an eighth note, which we can just flick there. Then we have the shape control. I can't remember the shapes off the top of my head. I'll probably get killed for this.
Is a triangle wave,
and
a sine wave,
but
and random, which is Henning's favourite.
Henning said that was, and we're at Henning's house, so I guess that we have to behave and just agree with him, or we don't get fed this evening.
Yes, that's exactly true.
You've got a tap tempo control there. You can also internally, if you take the back off the pedal, there's a little button, so you can actually have a tap control.
Yeah. Great for if you mount it at the back of your board and you have like an external tap. Or I suppose if you use a MIDI switcher, that some of those have got different tap features as well.
Exactly. But also we've got it set up. We've got a cable here that I will plug in a moment for the expression pedal that's on the floor.
Yeah.
And there's a couple of other things that it will do. You can get it to like ramp up the speed and the so you can set it at a slower tempo, and then when we hit the tap button, it will ramp up to a faster tempo, and when we release that button, it will then slow down again. So if you're doing your sort of Gilmore effects, and also there's a drift control, so we can have it speeding up and slowing down its own.
Cool.
Let's have a listen to some wonderful clean chords there, courtesy of Leigh.
You know quite a bit about this pedal, Jamie. Have you done it before?
I might have done one or two other demos of this pedal before, Leigh. I'm not too sure, but I can't remember for some reason. Anyway, let's experiment. I'll just mess around with the controls.
Gets pretty wobbly when you put it in some of those more extreme settings.
Try this one for size.
Try this.
I think that was Henning's favourite setting. I think it was some kind of SpongeBob reference, but yeah, there you go. But yeah, it's from really subtle, beautiful, organic sounding choruses to more wacky sounding modulation effects. So
I'm not much of a chorus fan myself. I don't tend to use a lot of chorus.
Okay,
but I really like. I do like an 80s rock kind of power ballad chorus, but I also
I hadn't noticed.
Yeah, well, the t-shirt kind of gives that away. But I also like it when you can use chorus as like sort of a fake Leslie speaker as well. Yeah. So I'm guessing we can probably dial in something quite similar with that because the DCV knob, if you push that all the way to the fully clockwise position, that sort of makes it double as a vibrato style effect, which is not a million miles away from a Leslie type effect. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
I like it.
Cool. Should we...
let's look at the expression pedal.
Yeah, let's set up the expression pedal. Hopefully, I can remember what I'm doing. I've become a little bit of an expert on this.
Jamie is the resident Julianna expert.
So I'm just going to whack those up. And now, fingers crossed, I've got this right. So hopefully now you can set up the rate and the depth control. So I've just literally held down the bypass and the tap buttons and turn those up full just for the sake of the demo. So hopefully we can hear how extreme it can and cannot be.
Yeah, so what you hear now is as I move the expression pedal forward, the rate. You're on
rate and depth, I've just done the both.
Yeah, okay, cool. So the rate and depth will increase. So obviously we'll go from a more subtle sort of chorus and effect to a more extreme one. So that's the nice subtle one.
Yeah. Nice.
Sounds great.
Very nice. Right.
You can almost use that as like sort of like a fake Leslie as well, where you can kind of swell in.
Yeah, that's right.
Got a bit of a Hendrix flavour to it.
Yeah, very much. But if you want the Leslie thing,
let's go Leslie.
Do that. Let's unplug the expression pedal. I'm going to put everything back up the top for the time being. What I'm now going to do is I'm going to set a slow rate, okay?
Okay.
And I'm going to hold the bypass control in, and I'm going to turn it all the way up to a fast rate.
Sounds exciting.
Once I've done that, I'm going to set the rate control back down low again, and when you play, I shall hold the tap button in. So you'd have this on your board, you'd be putting your foot on that pedal, and what you will get is a ramping up effect, a little bit like on a Leslie speaker.
Let's go for it.
Nice.
Sounds lovely.
Yeah, nice.
I do like that. It does definitely do that Leslie thing really well.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's just controlled by holding the foot.
Yeah, just holding down the tap. You set up. Possibly there, I did a little bit of too much of an extreme ramp up. So it took a while to get up there, but if you were on a slightly faster speed, it's very much like hitting that foot switch and getting the rotary going. But
Pretty
there
cool,
is another very, very cool thing that this this pedal will do. We can set up the kind of drift.
So Jamie, I hear there's also a drift function on this pedal.
There is indeed a drift function on this pedal, and I shall show you how to set that up right now, Leigh. So
let's see how that works.
What we do is we turn the depth down, we hold the bypass, and then we turn the depth control up. Hang on, I'm going to do that one more time because I just moved it. I'm still getting used to this pedal, Leigh. I might have done one or two other demos with this today. Turn that all the way up. Here we go. Right, let's have a listen now. Yep, that was drifting.
Yeah. So what we're hearing there is the depth control there? It's sort of drifting in sort of intensity. So it's sort of a more of a subtler depth, and then it's going more and more extreme.
Yeah, yeah.
But that's on the random wave.
Yeah, I had that set to random because otherwise Henning won't feed us.
So let's flip it to one of the more normal ones, either triangle or sine. They're both pretty.
I'll push it all the way up.
So what we should hear now is a bit more of probably a more usable sort of drifting sound where it's going to be a bit more subtle, not as sort of extremely.
I'll tell you what, as you're playing, Leigh, I'm going to change the shape control.
Good. Sounds nice.
Yeah.
And what about the subdivisions in the tap? Should we quickly look at that before we wrap up?
Yeah. Okay. So we've got different subdivisions of the chorusing effect.
So we've got quarter notes at the top.
Yeah.
And then we've got quarter note triplets and eighth notes.
Yeah. So if you just want to play away, I've just got it set center, so we've got the chorus on both sides. If you play, I shall adjust as we're turning that.
Cool.
You can see that the subdivision. So
as you tap away.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Let's go. Yeah.
Sounds great.
So as I'm adjusting, I'm hitting different tempos on the tab. You can see the tempo changing, and then obviously different subdivisions of the movement of the chorus.
Awesome. So yeah, it's a really versatile chorus. It can do 1,001 different things. And by the time you see this video, it will obviously be out. So please check the links in the description to find out more. So big thanks to Jamie for being my lovely assistant for this video.
Thank you, Leigh. Thank you so much for having me onto your channel to demonstrate the Julianna pedal. Just moving it. There it is.
Big thank you to all the very professional gentlemen.
Incredibly
sat in the control room.
Incredibly professional.
They didn't laugh or put us off once.
Yeah.
So very big thanks to those guys, and obviously thanks to Henning and all the other brands at 42 Gear Street. I've been Leigh, and this has been
Jamie. Thank you so much.
Don't forget to check out the hashtag 42GS2 on Instagram and YouTube. Check out the content from all the brands and all the channels, and we'll see you guys soon.
Nice one, man.